Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. So in this video I'm going to show you or tell you reasons why your African folktale channel is not growing, or reasons why your African folktale channel is dying, as well as things you can do in or things you can implement in order to see tremendous growth in your African folktale channel. So if that seems like what you are going to be interested in, you know what to do. Sit tight and do what? Keep on watching. So let's get into the video. So having done African folktale channel for a period of time now, I've noticed and I've also done research, and I've noticed these are the five main reasons why your African folktale channel is not growing, or reasons why you are not getting views. Next one is what? Your title. The second one is your thumbnail. The third one is your storyline. The fourth one is your editing style. And lastly, the way you promote your video. Now, I will break these things one after the other. So let's get into it. Now, number one is what? Your title. Now, I want us to do a brief comparison. When you see something like this and see something like this also, which one will you probably click on? When you see a title like this and this, which one will you probably click on? This, right? This, right? Now, can you tell me the reason why you are probably going to click on this one? Because it gives you what you like, it gives you the secret, or it gives you the snippet of what you are going to get in the video. Now, some people will go ahead and go and put something like this type of title. This kind of title will not give you view. If I'm scrolling on my YouTube channel and see something like this kind of title, I will probably not click on it. Sometimes I always say, do in-depth research on the kind of title. If you are confused on the kind of title that you are going to go with, you have to do what? Go and look for all those big content creators that have done similar things. I used to say something like this all the time. Go, if you are, let's say you want to write the story of a rich man and the poor girl, for instance, now, you can still go and look for big channel that have done topics or title like this. And what you just need to do is to see, look at the kind of title, look at how they structure their title, and copy, or in fact copy their style, or steal their style of title. And you can do that same thing, implement it in your own African folktale channel. You know, this generic title like love, this kind of thing will not get you views. Will not. If I'm probably scrolling on YouTube now and see something like this, I will not click on it. Second one is your thumbnail. You can actually, sometimes, let me just be honest with you, you can actually tell if a story is going to be interesting or not by its thumbnail. I don't know if that kind of thing have happened to you before. You have to make your thumbnail very catchy. It's not all this generic thumbnail that some people just go and like, just like they are forcing you to do the African folktale channel. Like, all these generic type thumbnails will not get you view. This, right? Why will you click on this thumbnail? You can see that the picture quality, the images, like, it's just captivating. So your thumbnail should be something that will do what? Captivate your audience. It will be something that when your audience is scrolling on their feed and they see, they would probably do what? Click on it. So make sure that your thumbnail is at the image that you are using is clear. Always make sure that you upscale your image, especially the thumbnail image. Upscale it. So number third on my list is what? Your storyline. Now let me be honest with you, some of you people, your storyline is not interesting. Yes, let me be honest with you. Your storyline is not interesting. Now, before we continue, I always say, before you even sit down to write a story, now let's say you are using your hand to write the story with your head from scratch, there are things you have to decide on. You have to decide whether you want this story to be tragedy or you want it to be comedy. You have to decide on what kind of storyline do you want to do. What actually makes you think that a story is very interesting? Or let's say you watch a Nigerian movie, for example. What makes you think that a Nigerian movie will be interesting? Is it not the storyline? Is it not the storyline? You want to get a very good story, go down to big channel, go and look at their story, look at the kind of story they tell, look at the one with the most view. And what you have to do is what? Steal their idea, copy their idea, and do what? Replicate it for yourself. I always say these things, replicate this idea for yourself. That's how I used to do my own. That's how I used to do my own. Now, another thing in the storyline is you see this thing that ChatGPT will generate a story for you, and it'll be like in a certain land next to. You see that word next to? Remove it. Sometimes I do remove it. Lush in a land, lush, green lush. I just remove it. All those big, big and ambiguous word, I do what? Remove them. I do what? Remove them. Next on my list is what? Your editing style. Now, this is where you bring the whole thing that you have generated, though, both your title, your story, everything. This is where it comes to life. Yes, this is where everything that you have generated comes to life. Now, let me say, when it comes to your editing style, you want to make sure, number one thing you should make sure, in fact you should never forget to do, is to what? To add subtitle, which is what? Adding text on the screen. Like, let's say you are saying something, you are narrating the story, you should put the text on the screen. That thing is what? The transition. You should make sure that you use some key effects, some transition, some zoom in, some zoom out, some effects. If it's like thunder scene, you should look for, in CapCut there are some very cool effects. Let's also, one tip I always do is that make sure that you try to animate some of your pictures. Use AI to like Link AI, Hyper AI, all those AI, Runway AI, and the rest of them, and also like Luma Labs. Just animate some of the pictures. Make some pictures look like they have some kind of motion in it. It helps to enhance like the editing and enhance the story, the beauty of the story. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. Before you even go ahead to do what? To publish a story, or to do what? To publish a video on your channel. Now make sure you decide the kind of voiceover that you want to use. Now this thing also helps break or make your video. Please, I know that in this video I said that using generic thumbnail will make you using generic voiceovers will make you not to monetize your channel. But after that, some people came to the comment section and was telling me that them too, they are using AI voices and it's working for them. And I also went and do some in-depth research and still find out that also that you can actually use AI voices to do your voiceover and still get monetized. But the reason why I say you should use your voice is to be on on a safer side. Now, one thing I want to tell you, because if you know that your voice is like frog voice, Iman Inwere Ezibon, if you don't have a good voice, stick to using AI. Or rather still, I always say it's hire a voiceover artist. Hire a voiceover artist to help you to do what? To run the voiceover. Now, lastly, when you are generating pictures, let's say you are using AI to generate the picture, and let's say the AI gave you like 10 scene, 10 scene like and 10 image prompts, and you done generating it. Let's say the video is 15 minutes video and it gives you 10 images or 10 AI prompts. Now, if you know that if you are going to generate those images, it will not be enough. You need to make sure that the screen is changing. Now, how can you do this? Multiple pictures, not just so like you one picture you for like 15 seconds. That thing alone, that one picture that is showing on the screen for like 15 seconds can make that person to click off. Now, after ChatGPT is done generating the 10 pictures or the 10 image prompt that you tell it to generate, go ahead and tell it to do what? Generate more image prompts. Now you can tell it to generate 20. Now the next one is what? Promotion. How do you promote your video? Now, if there is anything I can beg you of, you see this thing that you just after posting your video on YouTube, you now can share the link to, let's say, WhatsApp group or Telegram group. Please stop doing it now. Or let's say you are those part of those people that used to share links to their friends. Please stop it. Any category, for whether you are sharing on WhatsApp group, Telegram group, friends, family, stop it. Don't do it. Now there is a reason why I say this. Now in my early days, there are sometimes I will post video and I won't get enough views. So for me to get in my quest for view, what I'll do is that I'll go and share the link to a WhatsApp group or to a Facebook group or to a Telegram group. Quite alright, they will click on the link and it will take them to YouTube. Now, one thing you should know is that when it takes them to YouTube and it's African Folktale channel, it may be something they are not interested in. Guess what? Maybe they just watch like 3 seconds of the video. or 2 seconds or even 5 seconds of the video and they click off. Guess what? For them clicking off rings a bell. Do you know what it shows YouTube? That your video is not good, your video is bad. And guess what? The algorithm will just do what? Dump your video. Yes, the algorithm will do what? Dump your video. They will assume that for a certain amount of people that watch just 3 seconds, it just shows that your video is no good. And you know, a goal for any social media platform is that they want their video viewers to do what? To stay on the particular platform. And now what YouTube and other social media platform are doing is that they are showing videos based on interest. Now shows videos according to interest. Let's say I came on YouTube. Now I'm looking for how to animate a story. And I went to the search bar, for example, and type on how to animate AI images. And let's say Clovac Studio. I don't know if you know him, but he's kind of somebody that I look up to. Let's say Clovac Studio, one of Clovac Studio videos just pop up. And I watch for like, let's say the video is 10 minutes long and I watch up to like say 5 minutes or 8 minutes of that video. You know what it shows you to? That that video is good and you are interested in that particular topic. Now what YouTube will do is that it will keep suggesting similar videos to you. Say you post your videos on African Folktale channel and the person is bored and is someone that also is interested in African Folktale channel. What YouTube will do is that it will recommend your video to that particular viewer. That's why I always say allow YouTube to do what? To do its thing. It will recommend your video to that particular viewer. YouTube knows how to use his hand and do what? Recommend videos. YouTube will use his hand and do what? Select the best audience for your niche or for your channel. Do you understand? Another way you can promote your video is what? On TikTok. Now, what you have to do is that if you are, let's say you're a folktale person, that somebody that has been posting African folktale channel for a longest of time, let's say the total view on your video on your channel is 30. Now you have total of 30 videos on your channel. What you do is that you just re-upload them to TikTok. Now what you do is go to your editing software. If your video is more than 3 minutes long, I mean, TikTok is something that within seconds, like it's, will I say second based, unless your the story that you're trying to tell is very interesting. So all I do, if it is, let's say, what I usually tell people is that if you are creating, let's say, if the video that you created on your normal channel is, let's say, 10 minutes long, what you will do is just break them. Use CapCut to do what? One, just break them into three or into four and label them part one, part two, part three. And do what? Let's say you post 3 times, you just be posting them 3 times a day. Or if it is two, part one and two, just post it morning and post it night, or post it afternoon, post it evening, depending on how your posting schedule is. That way you are encouraging consistent, and every social media platform rewards consistency. That way you are being what? Consistent. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. Do you get? Another thing is for you to promote your video on YouTube, always maximize shorts. Like make sure that you are leveraging on short. As you are posting the long form, you can just cut the snippets from your long form YouTube video and then post it on your YouTube shorts. That thing helps a lot. Like another bonus tip I will always say is that always make sure that you post consistently. Post consistently. Like if you have watched up to this channel and you have not subscribed, what is the problem? Why have you not subscribed? Please and please do what? Do well to do what? Subscribe. But meanwhile, click here to watch this next video or you watch this other one.